Good morning, KP. Happy Monday. So we are going to get right into the calendar counting because I have something to show you. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I know you've been talking about the teen numbers, 10 and some more. So the number 18, all the teen numbers have a 1 in front of it. And 18 is 10 and some more. It is actually 10 and 8 more. All right, you're going to be working on that with Mrs. Curley. So let's look at the blue writing. Here we go. Today is Monday, May 18th, 2020. I had M's on the brain. Did you hear me saying those out for you so you could really hear it? I'm going to do some more counting here. So you know we've been counting on from 33. So this dot would be 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, which makes today's, down here, 45. 45 no school days. Let's look at the weather. So the weather today, you need to look outside your window or door or something to show you what you see and what you're feeling temperature-wise. So you shout it out from home what you see and what you feel. Okay, I'll provide the empty blank spaces for you. Here we go. The weather today is, and good. I hope you get outside today. All right. So I'm going to show you something before I even read the morning message part. Do you spy with your little eye what happened to my plant? And I wrote about it in my journal. So I wrote about it in my regular journal today because it's kind of fun to have an ongoing, if we are at school, a lot of times, of course, I would have you observing your plant in your science notebook, but I also might have you do a page in your regular journal sometimes. So I really wanted to say some extra things. So I wrote to you, and this is what it says. For your morning message, it has to do with your plant today, but it can be in your science notebook if you want, but I'm putting mine in my regular journal. I'll show you. Today is Monday, May 18th, 2020. Draw and write in your journal about your growing plant. Label the parts. So if you haven't done so already, a lot of you showed that you could see your roots growing. I can actually spy mine on, I think it's for this one, just a little bit right there. But in between, I just see the soil. So when I drew my picture, I was able to show roots. This part here that I'm touching on this one, I'm going to need Miles's trick to hold my plant up if I can find an extra chopstick or something. But that's called the stem and the leaves. And I exactly happened what I predicted might happen. Science is a great time to take predictions, right? So I'm going to read you a couple more questions I asked you. How has it changed? What do you notice? how has it grown? Meaning you can go right ahead and measure it. So I'm going to answer all those things in my journal, right? And I've written about stories and things in here. So, right, I wanted to show my picture of my plant and really notice I put this picture right up in the corner on purpose. And you'll notice why once I read to you what I wrote. You remember I had mine down in my kitchen, and it really wasn't in as sunny a window as it should have been. Okay, so this is what I wrote. Once I moved my plant to a sunny window, actually up in Anna's bedroom, it grew faster and taller. I wonder how tall it is now. So I haven't measured it, but I was super excited to draw the sunny window. So I even labeled sunny window with the arrow. Okay, wet soil. So if you look, my soil is still wet enough, but it looks like the top is beginning to dry, which gives me that clue that I'll need to water it soon. But I can see the condensation, that's the kind of whitish stuff, which shows some kind of wetness in there. And I can see also the roots. I'm sure you can't see it through the cup and through, but it's right down here. Like the middle part you can't, because like I said, it has the soil, but here, so I was able to say wet soil, roots, stem, leaves. And I drew details in my picture, and I wrote details in my writing. So a lot of stories start with once upon a time, but I actually used the word once, finger space, I, finger space, moved, finger space, my plant, so the word plant came down, okay, finger space, two, finger space, a, sunny, window, oh, comma, we're going to learn about that on this week's menu. But you'll notice I also circled the trick words. I didn't have any digraphs in what I wrote, but I did use a different punctuation. I was super excited that it grew faster and taller, so I used an exclamation mark after that part about how it grew faster and taller. And then I asked the question of, I wonder how tall it is now, question mark. So you'll notice I did lots of details both in the writing and the drawing. So this is, if you haven't drawn about your journal, or if you haven't even made a journal for your science journal for your plant yet, this is a good time to get a chance to write about it in your regular, whatever you've been using for a journal. So I hope you add all those details. You can send me some pictures. I'm really curious for how yours is growing. You can measure it as well, and just let us know what's going on with it, and I'll send that along to Miss Pinto. I bet she'd be happy to hear about it too. All right, have a happy Monday. Bye.